What's good? Welcome to the Strawhat Spectrum podcast, the very first pilot episode of this series. I'm here with one of my good friends. Who are you?
Well, my name is Demon Lord Time.
Huh? Being a little time.
I don't like.
You don't like that name, don't you? Of
I don't like that name.
course you don't. All right, so basically, this is a pilot episode, so things might be bad, things might sound good. His microphone isn't good, isn't that right?
Yeah, it sounds like a kid deaf, but like he's still trying to talk.
Yeah, a deaf kid.
Yeah, deaf kid.
Deaf kid. All right, so you've seen the Poughkeepsie tapes, right?
Yes, I've seen the
Yeah,
Poughkeepsie
and I'm
tapes.
a
It's
big wussy.
very.
I'm a big wussy baby. I didn't want to watch it. But
So like, I would like to bring up that like the Poughkeepsie tapes, like that's a real thing, and
was it real?
it's yes, it was a real thing. Um, the thing about it though is that it shows that when you're in danger, you're gonna act just like the people from the movies.
Yeah.
You know, like for example, the girl she fell on she fell on nothing, and then she started crawling, and then got up and started running again. If she did not fall, she would have been safe, right? But now she's dealing with home stroke syndrome. It's very it's very realistic. So that means
Yeah,
some movies are pretty realistic in that circumstance.
that's true. People like probably make fun of them for like falling or anything like that. But like when you're actually in the situation, that might happen to you.
Yeah, everything's up to grab, and it's insane to think about. And some people say, like, oh, they would try fighting back. But what are you going to do against somebody that
Yeah.
just sneaks up behind you and stabs you with a knife?
In the
And
back.
not just any knife, a butcher knife.
Yeah, butcher knife.
Yeah, he had a butcher knife. He just walked behind a dude, right, her boyfriend, and then just went whoop,
Whoop.
boom.
All right, so let's start at the beginning. Like the beginning of the movie, the origin.
Yes, yes, yes.
So what happened there?
Okay, so in the beginning, it shows like this very odd but kind of hilarious scene of the person that did the Poughkeepsie tapes just asking a prostitute to pop a balloon.
Oh, this scene? A pop up balloon?
The popping the balloon.
Popping the
And
balloon.
so I like to watch it. I kind of recommend it. However, you should be by yourself because I got terrified when the balloon popped up because he said, "Pop the balloon," and then she said, "What?" And then he just screams, and I'm like, ah,
Pop it. Pop
because I
it.
have my thing on full volume. That was terrifying.
You start
That was
laughing.
absolutely terrifying.
You just start laughing.
What about you?
Me? I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I
Oh,
saw
you haven't seen it.
I saw a clip of it though. And it was
You
just
saw
it
a
was,
clip.
it was so hilarious. I don't know why she was like in her bikini or like in her panties and bras. I don't know what was up with that. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was
She just
just
she just started like
off.
bouncing on a balloon, like an exercise balloon, you can say.
I mean, pretty much, but
It's
like
just
he was saying to pop it. Like,
just like
my goodness.
pop it.
I never felt more fear in my life than
Like,
that moment.
that's crazy. So what else happened? Who is this guy?
So right after that, it's like a documentary. So like they're talking about,
It's
he
real.
just has a weird fascination of balloons, and he used to do this with prostitutes from time to time.
Wait,
And this is one of the very first tapes he gave us, and
the balloon.
that's when they show that they never found the Poughkeepsie tapes themselves. Like he just planted them for them. They he just gave them at like this certain area, and then when they checked there, they just took it. So it's kind of crazy to think that the police can't even find him, even though that he's leaving these tapes
That's scary.
himself. Yeah, it is.
That's crazy.
And so now we don't know what was his reason, but the very first thing we see him do, like the very first act, crime, is abducting a child.
Wait, what?
And yeah, that's the
Like
very first thing he does. Like the very next tape is just him abducting a
abducting a child.
child.
Like Pennywise, the clown.
Pretty much. He had a camera in his hand and he was heavily breathing. When I
Yeah.
say
So,
heavily, I mean, and
was he the child predator?
I'm like, I don't know. It was terrifying. He just,
What?
he was driving a van. He's parked. There was a kid playing in their yard, in this
By
in this
herself?
family's yard. Hmm?
By himself?
By herself,
By
just
her.
by herself. She was maybe
What was the
5 or 6.
What were the parents?
They were inside.
That makes a lot of
And
sense.
I guess they thought it was safe to leave her in the front yard, even though that it would be safer, like her playing in her room,
Oh, in the
or
backyard.
like, yeah, they did not care. They did not care. But once she got taken, that's when they cared. Um,
How old
just
was the
make sure
kid?
you know where your kid is at all times, and make sure you have them supervised. And then this could have been prevented 100%.
How old was the kid?
She was like 5 or 6.
5 or 6 years old? By herself?
Yes, playing outside by herself with a Barbie doll.
Or Barbie doll?
Yes,
Yeah, I can
and
see that.
so, hmm,
I can see that.
you can see that.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
it's just so strange.
Crazy.
But like, he was just playing with it, and then he just pulls up in the van, and then just kind of walks towards her. You just could hear heavy breathing, right? He's just like heavy breathing. So I'm thinking that he's fat, he's big.
That
But
was
when you see how he looks, this dude is skinny. This dude is slim. He probably be lifting weights. I'm telling you, he's like strong for some random reason as well, right?
okay. Wow.
And so he walks up over to the girl and he's like, "Oh, hey." And then just a long pause. And she's like, "I'm not supposed to be talking to strangers,
Yeah.
right?"
Why am I laughing? I should be
And
laughing.
then he said, "Oh, well, not saying hi to them is rude as well." And I'm like, "Stranger danger. Child, run."
Yeah.
Because this is terrifying. Who is he? Who is he? Why is he just standing there? Right? In somebody's front yard. And mind you, the parents are at home. They're just not doing anything. They're just inside, never knowing what they're doing. You know?
It's almost a parent's fault, you can say.
Yeah, it is her parents' fault because like she's a child. She's like still underdeveloped. Her brain is underdeveloped, so she
Yeah.
doesn't know certain things.
She's 5, so
Yeah, she don't know. She's saying like my parents told me this. However, a child could easily be distracted with other things. And for example, he says, like right after he says, "Oh, it would be rude," and she wasn't talking to him, he asked, "What is your doll's name?" And then she responded, right? So she got off task, even though she wasn't supposed to be talking to him because a new question was asked. And once that was asked, he was like, "Oh, do you want to hold my camera?" She said, "No, no, thank you." And then he proceeds to give her the camera anyways. And
what?
then I have no clue what he did. I think he just took his fist and he just slammed it like a sledgehammer
What?
into her head. Just went boom.
Like punching? Or like hammering?
Yes, just one solid punch. It was like as you could hear it. It was as heavy as a rock. It just went
That's crazy.
boom.
That's
And
crazy.
then he just grabbed her and then just started dragging her. I was like, "What's happening? What's happening?"
Like a
He
hitman
had the
mission.
camera in his hand. He was moving. I was like, "Oh no.
Was he still
Why
breathing
is
heavy?
he this fast?"
Was he still breathing heavy?
Yes, he was breathing even heavier. I
Yeah.
was scared.
That's
The
crazy.
way, like, the movement was so erratic and quick. I was like, oh no, this
Agent
is a
47.
horror movie,
Freaking
you
Agent
know?
47.
Like, my goodness. And then he opened his back seat, pushed her in there, made sure she wouldn't fall, closed the door, and then he went back up in the front, and then he just drove off, acted like nothing happened.
Dang. Was that his first kill? Like his first kidnap or no?
She was kidnapped.
Oh,
We don't necessarily know what happened to her during her kidnap, but afterwards she died.
oh, she died?
Yeah, she did
How?
die.
Do you know how?
Um, I believe they said like she was malnourished and she suffered a major blunt trauma, I believe it's called.
So she
Like
was hanged
a
upon
blunt
the.
object hit her head and then she died from that. Internal
Oh,
bleeding.
oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
wild.
it is wild
It is.
because I was like, dang, why would you do this to a kid?
Child predators. There are people out there.
I don't even think he's a child predator. I just think he likes killing,
I think it's like killing people.
pretty much.
Freaking Jason
Because the
Bourne.
only oh wait, actually you might be right. You actually might be right. He might be a child predator.
Maybe.
Yeah. Um, let's see. He also gave coordinates to his house,
What?
to the police.
Why?
I don't know.
That's
I
like
have no clue
sabotage.
at all. And so he gave it to them, and so they were like, "Oh, okay, let's SWAT the whole place." They swatted the whole place, and long story short, they found absolutely nothing but dead bodies
So it's a trap.
on in the backyard.
It was a trap.
It wasn't a trap. It's just like, oh, I can give you my coordinates, and you still won't know where I'm at, just like that.
Oh, that's
He
crazy.
he tidied the whole place. He made everything look clean. He smeared blood on the wall, which I'm like, dang, like you have this much control over everything you do.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so out of it's
Pocket.
so out of pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
So they found a family of three in his backyard. The
A
baby
family of
was like
three?
2 months old. He found he they found multiple bodies, a lot of bodies.
I
I
got
believe it was like seven in the
set.
end.
Dang. That's a lot of
Yeah, in
bodies.
the backyard. And he'd just be moving places, and that tells you a lot about him.
It's like Jack the Ripper.
Yes, yes, exactly.
It's like the Jack the Ripper of New York.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
Oh my goodness. Um, oh, actually I should bring up that apparently he has like maybe five different personas.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. Do you know the personas or do I have to like
I think you have to tell me.
tell you about them?
You have to tell me.
Okay. So he has a persona of this blonde girl, right?
Yeah.
He has a persona of this black dude that's very studious. He has a persona of this big fat dude.
Ooh,
Um, and I believe he's a truck driver in that one.
that's
And then
crazy.
the other two, I believe the other two are one is a police and then the other one I have no clue. Um,
Wow.
and yeah, so
What?
I'm a bit confused.
That's so weird. Like those are the most random personas to have.
It's so random, but somehow he plays it so well.
Wow.
And mind you, he's like I believe maybe in his 30s, just from how he like sounds and looks, right?
With the heavy
Um,
breathing.
the heavy breathing, everything, like I feel like everything is like pointing towards 30. Like he's probably like maybe
Yeah.
34.
Like backward pop, like mid walking.
Yeah, so
Ouch,
like
my hip.
he probably has experience with this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah,
Heavy
he was
body?
probably like an actor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it could be the other option and he was just like, you know what? Let me just do this. This is like GTA. And then just went on a killing spree. I really hope it wasn't that one.
5 stars. Wanted level.
5 stars is crazy. 5 stars is insane.
It's crazy.
My
It's like
goodness.
Jack the Ripper, basically, of New York.
Um, I mean, yeah, pretty much. Because tell me why we have like better tools to find
Yeah, people.
uh yeah the people, but we still can't find them. That's kind of scary.
Like the Zodiac Killer. We don't know who that guy is yet.
Yeah, we don't. Or the monster of France. No, not France. Florence. The monster of Florence.
Yeah, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
True. Anything else happened? What happened to
Yes.
that family
A
of
lot
three?
more happens actually.
That family of three, what
Um,
happened?
let's see. Do I? Mm, okay, I'll just go to like the thick of it. Basically, I'll just go to the thick of it.
Yeah, dig deep. Dig deep.
Yeah, dig deep. So, they started searching forests, and they found a bunch of dead bodies, and so apparently, like when they checked their bodies, they seen that they were defiled, and this happened recently. While it was the dead body was already like long dead. You know, the person was already long dead. However, they were just defiled recently
Defiled.
and on repeated occasions.
Yikes.
Yikes!
Yikes.
Is
Yeah,
that
big
all you're
yikes.
gonna say? This is necrophilia, man.
Yeah, he just like started just going off at it.
Yeah, like it's so. I don't even know if I could call it weird.
It's just
It's a
diabolical.
harrowing thought.
Yeah, diabolical. You could say.
Diabolical, yes.
So he's a
It's very
pedophile and he's a
diabolical.
necrophile. Pedophile and
Um,
necrophile. That's crazy.
so like, yeah. So he starts moving. Uh, and now he's using the persona of a cop.
What do you
And
mean by persona?
so,
Like he transforms
hmm?
into a cop? What do you mean by persona? Like he transforms into a cop?
Like I don't know where he got the car. I guess he became a cop and then he just like quit it sometime later. But yeah, he was acting like a cop. He had a police suit and everything, and so he just went through, and then he found a girl that was walking,
Oh my
and I
God.
think her car busted down. So he was like, "Oh, don't worry, I can give you a ride. Just hop in the back seat." And if you don't know, the backseat of police cars, they click automatically. The person in the front has to open it manually.
Oh yeah. I'm not big in police cars. I don't
Yes.
know.
So if she said, no, I'm good, she would have been fine, right? He would probably try to convince her, but in the end, she would probably be fine. As she sat in the front, she would have, I would say, a better chance of surviving.
Yeah.
But since she sat in the back, that it ended her whole, like, she had no chance after that.
Oof.
Yeah, that's very like just one little decision,
That's
either
dead.
sitting in the front or back or just saying no, just ruined her whole life. Just right there, just ended it.
Oof. Is this one of the tapes?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, the tape.
is this like a tape they show or no?
Yes, this is a tape they show.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Paint a picture with words.
yeah. So after she
Paint a picture with words.
paint a picture with words.
Yeah. Give me the synopsis
Uh,
of the video.
I mean, I could try painting a picture with words, but that's gonna be a bit difficult.
Yeah, true.
All you need to know, it was horrendous. It was harrowing. It was bad.
Oh, yeah.
It was just bad. And so she went inside the car, and so she's in the back seat, and he's making small talk with her, and then he proceeds to say, "You know, you shouldn't be getting into strangers' cars." And then she was like, "Well, you're a police, so I thought it was okay." And then he was like, "Well, because you did that, now you're gonna die, and or you're gonna let me argue, and then I'll let you go."
He
And then
said
she
that?
thought he was just playing.
He said that?
Yes,
That exact like phrase that you just said? Like you're gonna die?
yes, he said that he's either gonna kill her or she's gonna have to voluntarily let him R word her.
Oh, that's so cliche.
And I'm like, oh
They
my goodness,
don't
you
show
know
anything, right?
what?
They don't show any like the all wording, right?
No,
Okay.
but you can hear her. You can hear her being frantic and like pleading that he doesn't do it.
Mercy. Oh, that's
Yes,
two innocent people.
because then he was like, "Oh, you really think I would let you go after I did that?"
Yeah.
And so she was just pleading, like, no, I'll do it. Please just let me live. And long story short, he kind of just kept her in the basement.
The basement of his house? He has a house?
Yes, yes, he does have a house. Of course he has a house.
Hmm. Like a mansion?
Um, I'm I'm not completely sure because they don't show his house, but I would say it's a standard house with a basement and maybe an attic.
An attic?
Yeah, and probably a sizable backyard because if this dude is a serial killer, I would believe he's looking for places that are spacious.
Yeah, like a whole graveyard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. That's
Because like after what he showed, everything's pointing to that.
to his house.
Yeah. Oh, so there's also Girl Scouts.
What? Okay, this guy's a pedophile. What?
Um,
What?
it's so like all of this is so random because you just be giving tapes out of order sometimes,
Yeah,
and you're just like, what's happening?
what is happening?
And and like what he does is just he he hears the doorbell rings. He opens the door. He has the camera in his hand, right?
Yeah,
But doesn't make it obvious. And then he's like, "Oh, hello." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, we're Girl Scouts. We're gonna give you cookies." It's like I think she said maybe $5. I'm not completely sure. Like I watched this a while back,
yeah, I know. It's been a
and yeah. So like, and she said, "Oh okay." No, he said, "Oh okay. Why won't you come in?" And then she was like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to be coming into people's houses." And then he was like, "No, it's fine because I need to get my money and like
while.
so just come in."
Oh, like he was a biker.
And mind you, she's like 7 years old. Okay,
Yeah.
she's like seven, and she has a friend with her, and she's probably the same age or maybe 8.
Oh,
And both of them come inside,
why?
and
Why?
he's like, "Can I get you anything?" They said no, and then he sits down, and then like he's asking them some questions, like, "Oh, does like do you live around here? If you go missing, will any of them know?" Yada yada, these type of questions. And let me tell you right now, the 7-year-old saved the whole thing. She saved.
She saved it like a
She was the
hero?
star player.
Like a hero? The MVP?
Yeah, she was the MVP
Wow.
because if she said no, they're not gonna know. She would have been taken right there and then, gone. Right?
Yeah.
Because the older one said, "Oh yeah, I don't live around here. Um,
Wait, what?
if I go
Oh, yeah, go.
missing, they don't know I'm here. Like right over here, yada yada."
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
But then the younger one said, "Oh, well, my parents will know because this and that and this and that, right? And they do live around here, right?" And because he heard that, like beforehand, he was getting ready to get up, but after he heard that, he said, "Oh, okay," and then he just let them go.
Wait, so they're safe?
Yeah, they're safe.
They survived that tragic monster?
Pretty much.
Wow. Do they show up again or no?
Yeah. No, they don't show up again. They avoided death just like that.
So they're saved.
Yes, just because of that one little girl, she said, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my parents will know, and they live around here." The reason why the second he heard that, he was like, "Okay, I don't need them. They could leave."
I
Yeah, so like, and not to mention, I forgot to mention this. Uh, the girls could hear like a noise of a girl, but they didn't know where it was coming from.
oh, like under like a ground?
Yeah, it sounded like that to them, and um, the dude was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. You're just hearing things." But after they left, I believe he went under the kitchen table and then just dragged the girl out of there.
Oh my God.
And this is the same girl that was in the police car, I
Oh, like,
believe.
oh, okay. Like a
And I was
child
like,
or like
my
adult?
goodness.
Was it a child or adult?
It was an adult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like you could see that she was stressing and she was worse for wear. I was like, oh,
Uh-huh.
like it was just bad. It was just bad.
Dang. Can you imagine just like letting those two girls go? Like, he should like kill them or something. Why? Because the parents were there? It's crazy.
Like when the parents, yeah,
Yeah.
probably actually.
I thought this guy just doesn't care, like, parents or not.
I mean, yes, you're correct. You're correct. That leads me to something else. This happened a bit beforehand. Um, he was acting like he was a hiker, and he was like, "Oh,
Ah,
like regular hiking activities. They put
yeah.
their thumbs up.
Oh, hitchhiking?
Yeah, hitchhiking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so he puts his thumbs up, and then this couple stops, and then he says, "Oh, thank you. I just need to go to this place. Please, could you get me there?" They're like, "Yeah." Right. So then he comes in. Now, I would like to say that these couples were in like their maybe early to late 20s,
Wow.
probably middle.
Like college?
Yeah, college.
Oh my God. Like graduates.
And so they see him videoing his like journey, and then he was like, they're like, "Oh, we'll be in a movie," and they're just making fun of it, right?
Yeah.
But like for some random reason, the dude from the Poughkeepsie Tapes isn't very talkative.
Hmm. The killer? The killer.
Yeah, the killer isn't talkative,
Oh.
and
Because,
so like
no, go
he
ahead.
just like, hmm?
Go ahead.
Okay, so then he's just kind of quiet. He's just like, yeah, and then just stays silent, and you can visibly see that the girl is like kind of awkward in the situation. She's like, oh, I don't like this,
Ah, the
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
She
the
felt
social
uneasy.
awkwardness,
Uneasy.
and
She was uneasy about it.
hmm?
She was uneasy
Yeah,
about
she
it.
felt very uneasy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, let me just.
Would you take notes?
I didn't take notes. I should have though.
Would have been a good idea.
Yeah, it would have been a great idea. Okay, so I found out what's my problem. Got the speaker.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't hear you that well. All right. So back into the discussion of the Poughkeepsie tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So afterwards, he kind of just like while they're driving straight and there's like a U-turn that you need to do, but this wasn't like off a cliff or anything. It was like there was a tree right there, like a gigantic tree, and he
The
kind of
boat?
just I don't know, like I think he had a dumbbell or something. I have no clue,
A
but he
dumbbell?
just yes, that's the best I could describe it because like my mind is kind of like blurry and it's kind of filling gaps in with other things. So I'm not completely sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he took something and then hit the dude that was driving with
Okay.
it. He just hit him real hard.
Why? Why the driver?
I I have no clue, but like the driver after he got hit, bam, he crashed into the tree. The
Well, yeah,
girl was
no kidding.
screaming.
Why would you hit the driver? That's gonna like crash the entire vehicle.
Well, that's what he did.
Dummy.
And the girl was starting to scream, and then I believe I'm not completely sure what happened. I believe he grabbed like a cloth and then like what's
Oh,
it called?
the sleeping thingy?
Yeah, the sleeping thingy. Is that called sedating?
I think so. I don't, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Think so.
So he sedated her and just dragged her out of the vehicle. And I believe he made sure that the guy was dead and then just went with the girl. Now, I I'm not completely sure, but I think she died like 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 moments after that because like I don't know,
Probably shock.
he did something.
I think shock, you can say.
Shock. I
Maybe.
mean, probably.
Heart attack,
She probably died from shock.
stress.
Yeah, that all could be something. And now let's get back into like what I was talking about before
Uh-huh.
I started speaking about this. So yeah, he's okay with killing families. He's okay with killing kids. He's okay with killing pretty much anyone, pretty much,
Ah,
right?
I see. Yeah,
And
overkill.
so after he does that, he starts stalking this high schooler, I believe.
High school?
Yes.
Oh, and those high schools in New York? Those high school.
Um. Wait, I don't think this really took in New York
Yeah,
though.
the Poughkeepsie is a place in New York. Hold on.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
let me see. Yeah, it's a
I
town
don't
in,
know why, but my brain keeps telling me Luxembourg.
no, it's a town in New York.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right
Okay.
now.
Well, I mean there must be high schools in New York. It would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so he starts talking to this girl and he's hiding in the bushes. Like you know those like movie scenes where like these people are trying to hide away and they're just hiding in a bush.
Yeah.
Exactly like
So
that.
so cliche.
So cliche, but it worked.
It
I
looks.
was like, oh, this could actually happen in real life and it works? That's not good. That's not good at all.
It's not, no.
And so, she started moving and he just kept following her all the way to her house. And then he overheard the conversation that her parents won't be there. So her boyfriend's gonna go there, right? And then he's like, "Oh, okay, right?"
Yeah.
And her boyfriend Rose comes up, right?
Hmm.
Um, he like while they're like, I believe just before he came inside her window. Well, not her window specifically, like the kitchen window of her house,
Oh my God.
and picked up a couple of knives, just checked them, and then put them back, and then he just went back.
Like observing the environment.
Yeah, just observing everything. Just he's just like, I could use this, and then he just goes back out.
It's like in Assassin's Creed checking the environment. Eagle vision.
That you know what? It's great that you brought that up. Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what he does after this?
What?
So the guy her boyfriend goes inside the house, and then he just goes in there. And mind you, it's somewhat dark, but there's still lights open. However, he's just making circles around them. He kind of just goes upstairs without the boyfriend even knowing. He goes inside her room while she's taking a shower, right?
Yeah.
Um, I believe he made a bit of noise, and the girl thought it was her boyfriend, but like that wasn't her boyfriend, that was him. And so then she's like, "Stop playing with me," yada yada. And then the
Oh, that
boyfriend
popular
came up.
scene. Is this the popular
Hmm?
scene? The popular gift? With like her running and all that?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, let me see.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you gonna bring it up or?
No, I'm gonna send it to you. That one?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Yep, you stole the pizza rolls.
yeah, that one.
Exactly that one. So okay, so she's still taking a shower. Her clothes are missing, I believe. Not
Okay.
completely sure about that. I believe he stole some of her clothes and then
Wow.
just went in her closet,
Dang.
right? And her boyfriend comes back. The first time when he came back, he was just hiding under just like this like bookshelf with like barely stuff in it, and somehow they couldn't see him. And then
The
he hid
killer?
in the closet.
The killer?
Yeah, the killer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he hid in the closet. She came out, and then like I believe they went in the bed for some time, and then he just stayed there. And then they went into the living room, and they were sleeping on the living room in the living room coach sofa.
Why in the sofa? There was a perfectly nice bed.
I don't know. But then
So,
she asked for some ice cream. But the TV wasn't on, so I'm a bit confused,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he went to go get some ice cream, and so the dude was like, "Okay, it's time for me to play Assassin's Creed." And mind you, he was just standing right in front of, like, right behind them when they were like in the kitchen sofa,
Yeah.
just right behind them, right?
In the
And
dark?
I was like, "How can't y'all see him?"
Was it in the dark?
Yes, it was in the dark. However, you still can see someone's outline or like a darker space.
That's freaking creepy. That's freaking.
Yeah, like you're gonna notice it either way because like you could try this, like turn off the lights, right? Have a bit of light open, just a tad bit of light open. You're gonna see the difference between somebody that's just standing there and some like an object that's standing there. So I was like, how do y'all not see him? You
True.
know?
That's so creepy.
And so now he's playing Assassin's Creed because now he's just slowly just walking towards the dude that's gonna go get the ice cream. He somehow grabs the knife without the dude seeing him and then walks up behind him and stab him. I'm like, how did he do all of this?
He played Assassin's Creed one time.
Could I do what?
He played Assassin's Creed one time and he said, you know what? I can do this.
Yes, he was him. He was Timothy.
He was.
I was like, oh no. This dude is playing Assassin's Creed 4K. Like, how? How do
in,
you do this in
in
real
real life.
life?
In real life. Yeah.
In real life, right? So he stabbed her. I mean, he stabbed him, right?
Uh,
And now the boyfriend's dying. I don't remember what happened during that time. I believe he just kind of kept stabbing him. Maybe I'm not completely sure. Made sure he's dead. No, he wasn't dead. He wasn't dead.
yeah.
Let me make that.
Oh, he didn't
He
die?
wasn't dead. Yeah, he didn't die
Oh my god.
yet.
He's a saint.
He kind of just put him on the floor, and the girl was like, "Oh," she saw that, and she was like, "Oh," because she was like in some light,
Oh, and she
and
started
then she was
running?
like, she was in some light. Yeah, she started running, but
Oh,
like she was in some light because she heard the noise and she wanted to check on her boyfriend, but once she saw what was happening, she was like, "Oh," and she started dashing.
yeah, she can run fast. I'm looking at the video
Yeah,
right now.
she ran
Bro,
fast.
she can
Uh,
run. Jesus.
And when I say she ran fast, I mean she ran fast.
She's
Like
got
she was like a pro athlete type of
freaking
because
quarterback.
her speed breaking, and I think she was only in socks maybe.
Yeah. And she did slip. I see. She slipped a little bit.
Yeah, she was in socks.
Yeah, so she slipped. But she just kept running.
Yeah, she was going quick, so maybe that's why she fell because she has socks on.
Yeah. But she ran to the door.
Yeah, she ran to the door.
She,
She ran fast enough to reach the door. However, because of that one slip up, that
yeah.
kind of just messed up her escape plan because after she slipped, he got time to like catch up. He catched up to her, and so she got her hand on the door and was about to open it, but he already took her.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah,
She can play quarterback for like a football team.
I mean she could, or maybe some. Yeah, she could.
Or like a
She
running back.
really could.
I don't know sports, so beats me.
I mean she could play. She could play. Maybe like is she. So since she's in high school, she could play flag football. She could play. Yeah, she could play football itself. Capture the flag maybe. Like there's or track. Track would also work.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was insanely fast. I was like, oh wow.
especially for your life.
Like,
If you're running for your
yeah,
life,
she was running for her life. That
you're,
adrenaline
you're
kicked
done.
in.
Yeah.
It not even kicked in. It what do you call it? It exploded right inside of her. Just
Yeah.
went boom, and then she just dashed,
Yeah. Yeah.
dashed.
Okay. Well,
So yeah.
what happened after that?
So he took her.
Of
Um.
course, you know who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Why wouldn't he?
All right. Sorry. Services. Okay. So yeah. What is it called? What is it called? What is it called? Her boyfriend. Yes, yes, yes. Her boyfriend. He went back to him and kind of just tortured him until he died.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
bad way to go out.
And so like apparently they found his genitals. How do you
Genitals.
say it? Yeah, genitals. Yeah, yeah, they found it in like socks in the drawer,
Ow, dang.
and like I believe his throat was slit. I'm not completely sure about that though.
He got neutered. That's what he got.
Yeah, he got neutered, and I was like,
Yikes.
oh no, that's not good at all.
Yeah, that must suck it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It reminds me of the movie. I believe it was called Blackout.
Blackout.
Yeah.
The 2022 film.
Yes,
Let me see.
I believe that's what it's called. I should probably check.
Was it a book?
Um, no, it's called Blacked Out, I
Blackout.
believe. Maybe, maybe,
Blackout.
possibly. I'm not completely sure.
Oh, okay.
Um, anyways, anyways.
Go ahead.
That was just off track.
Off track. Yes.
Reminds me of a good movie.
Let's continue.
Okay, yeah, we shall continue. Okay, so yeah, it reminds me of a pretty good movie about this boy that like finds these like people and then they're like, oh, like yada yada. I forgot like the whole plot of the story to be honest.
It's
But
okay.
like, long story short, they tried kidnapping him. Long story short,
The guy, the boyfriend.
um, like this dude, and
Oh, random guy.
yeah, yeah, I believe it was a random guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it reminds me of that movie. But so yeah, he was neutered, he was killed. He took this girl and put her in his basement,
Hmm.
and now this is where
It gets
what
real.
I how would I call this? This is where the role play started.
The wolf play. That's crazy.
The role play because he had a whole mask on and he was acting like he was just a like high status man basically,
Yeah.
and she was a slave.
Oof.
And this is bad. I'm telling you, this is real bad. Real bad. Real bad.
how, how was she tortured?
Like 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 sometimes my vocabulary it just does not like it just like it was trauma inducing.
Yeah, you were sitting there in silence, just watching.
Yes, because like he was telling her to do things or say things and she didn't want to. But just because like he was raising his voice, he was telling her what to do, like and if she didn't follow, she would harm her.
Yeah.
And like he also gave her like this what are those things called? A gag mask maybe it's
Oh,
called.
a mask.
Yeah.
Oh, that
And
particular picture.
yes.
Oh, that one. Oh, that was
Mm-hmm.
her. That was her.
And
That was her. I didn't know.
what?
That was her. That was the lady. I thought that was the
Yeah, that
killer.
was the lady.
I thought that was the killer.
Oh wait, you're talking about the girl in the mask, or are
Yeah,
you which one are you talking about?
the girl in the mask.
The girl in the mask? Yeah, that's her.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Wait,
So
what's the killer then?
yeah.
What's the killer look like?
All right. Okay, another anomaly, disturbance. So so the dude, he's a dude, right? And he's very flexible for some random reason. However, that's off topic. Um, he we never see how he looks like. He always just wears a bird mask.
A bird man? Oh, like a plague doctor?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, a plague doctor bird mask.
But is it
Plague
Italy?
doctor mask, basically.
It's the Black Death of Italy.
Yes. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, I believe he was trying to reference it maybe.
Oh, like the Florence killer?
The, the Florence killer, the
Like
monster of Florence. I mean,
like the reincarnation,
m- possibly.
possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much possible.
Big
But like,
conspiracy.
I believe he was trying to signify the Black Death itself because it signifies death. It signifies judgment. It signifies what else does it signify? It signifies a lot of things, like the judgment of God, right? Many people thought because like they did so many sins that God started to what's it called?
Punish.
Yes, punish them,
Yeah.
and it was from a quote unquote dang it, can't say words.
My
Miasma,
ass.
yes.
Yeah.
And long story short, it was just strange, but like that's off the point, right? Many people died. Um, it was just bad. It was just bad, and I believe he's just trying to signify it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so everything he's doing is like just morbidly disgusting.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah,
This is this is a crazy movie. It's crazy.
and oh, just so y'all know, like
Yeah.
he like the person I'm talking to right now, him. He's the one that recommended this to
Oh
me,
yeah,
and
I
he
did.
didn't even watch it himself.
I didn't. Yeah, I was too scared. I'm like, no, you watch this. Yeah.
My goodness. And me, I usually watch whatever, so I'm like, oh, okay. But to be honest, I don't think I needed it because when I came home every single day, I had to make sure there was nobody just hiding.
Oh, you were scared.
Yes, I was terrified. I was taking different routes from school, going up, down, right, left, going different places every single
You
time,
really
making
did
sure
scare.
nobody's following me. Like
Oh my God.
this is it was stressful, okay?
How long did it
Sometimes I
last?
would reach home 40 minutes later. Sometimes I would reach home 30 minutes, 50 minutes. It just continued.
How long did it last for? Like two
It
weeks?
lasted for um maybe a month and a half.
Really? So you're over it now?
Yes, a month and a half.
Are you still over it?
Not completely. Like when I get home, I have to check every itsy bitsy part of my house
Yeah, that's
to
true.
make sure.
And I'm home alone doing this, so yay.
Don't worry, you'll be okay.
No problem.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Just like he's like right behind me,
Yeah.
I slit my throat. It's okay.
Don't worry, I'm a witness.
The witness. Yeah.
But yeah, it was something. It was something.
Okay.
Very terrifying.
Very
And I was
terrible.
like, oh, okay.
So anything else that
And
happened? Anything else?
yeah, so like he force fed her and forced like if she was thirsty, she had like that gag toy thing majig. I don't even know what's it
Oh,
called. And then
the gag thing, like the
just
ball.
yeah,
Oh, like that thing. I forgot what it's called.
yeah, I don't know what it's called. Right? And then just kind of forced her to drink water with that on.
Oh my
It
God.
was
How's that possible?
oh, bad. I don't know. I really don't know. It was bad. It was just bad. And later on, he made her. I believe he made her kill the other girl.
Really?
Yes, he made her kill the other girl. Um, there was just so much happening in this. like I don't even want to describe most of it because how
Holy, you can say.
yeah unholy it is.
Diabolical.
It makes me feel inhuman
Yeah,
just witnessing it.
it's okay. There's just people out there who actually like that.
Yeah, there is actually people that like that there, and it's crazy to think that like we're all just one species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just people out there who are just like that. Probably worse.
Y-
Like
Probably yes, there is worse people, 100%.
like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Or
I mean,
kinda. No, I think he's worse.
yeah, I think the Poughkeepsie guy is worse
Yeah. Luckily it's fiction though, so right? It's fiction?
because fiction he's not fiction.
So it's real? Like it's a true story?
Yeah, these are true stories. It's just that they never found him.
Oh wow. Never knew
Yeah,
that.
so he kind of just ran rampant for a while and then just stopped giving people tapes, just kept them for himself.
Yeah. How many tapes did he have? Just that one tape?
Um, he had a lot.
Had a lot? How much is a lot?
A lot is like 200.
200 tapes? My God. Freaking Jared Fogle.
The crazy part is that that's just how much he gave to the police. He has much more. He even like didn't give like I believe they had like 100, right? They had 100, 120 something, and then they were just missing 40 of them. It just get to like 160 something,
Oh my God, this guy.
and so that means they had like it up to like maybe 300.
300 tapes?
So like they had up to maybe 300, and like he just had more. He just didn't give it to them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh, this is bad.
So he had like so many victims?
Yes, and yeah, he just had so many victims, killed so many people.
Uh, did he get caught?
A lot of it was about her, though.
The lady? The warning lady?
The high schooler.
The high schooler. Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of it was about her.
Oh, did she die? Did she die?
Uh, yeah, she did die, but it was by her own hands.
Oh, she killed herself?
Yes, because she had Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what is Stockholm syndrome, or do I need to explain?
I mean, I know what it is, but you can explain it.
Okay, so like Stockholm syndrome is like when somebody kidnaps you and you start falling in love with them. You're thinking that this is how they show you their affection to you. And so she started getting Stockholm syndrome because how traumatized she was, and it's her way of coping with what was happening. And you could it was like evidence by the way she was acting and behaving. And also she lost her hands. She didn't have hands. She only had stubs.
Oh my God.
Uh yeah.
Bloody.
So she was just like, "Oh, what do you want me to say?" Like this was supposed to be like her like little uh documentary, but like she didn't know what to say. She was just waiting for like what they wanted her to say. And then they asked the big question like, "What do you think he thinks about you?" And then she was like, "Oh, even though that he did this to me, it was all for love because
That's
he loves
crazy.
me, yada yada yada."
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I know someone who's like
and
that, actually. Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, but he got over it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's great
It's a
because
very, like, it's a serious, like, I don't know what you call it, like a disorder, you can say.
it's one crazy disorder.
Yeah. It's wild.
Um, so like in the end, she like few days after that, she took her life and
Yeah.
she left a note that like even though that people say that he didn't love me, he did. He did this, and I believe he's still waiting for me. Right?
Yeah.
Yada yada yada.
Oof.
It was very the whole thing was gruesome. Did it scare me? after I watched it. The only time it scared me was when I was just walking home, you know?
Oh yeah, the I already call it shock. I don't know. Wait, what's it called? Like
Uh, I'm not completely sure what's it called, but like
you just got
yeah,
scared.
I was just it
Yeah,
terrified me the most when I was just walking home and getting home by myself. Um the only time I did get scared while watching it was the balloon thing because he screamed pop it and I had my whole like volume up. That was terrifying.
just out of nowhere.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. And I was like, wait, 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 wait. No, 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 no. And then I just started I was looking for the volume button and I couldn't find it.
Yeah. So
I
I
was
think
stressing so much.
so I think he was caught. Like what do you think he did
Yeah,
after?
he was not on.
What do you think
Um,
what do you think he is right now?
to be honest, right now he's probably he must be old by now, so
Yeah.
he's probably not doing much.
Wow, okay.
He's probably just rewatching his tapes that he kept.
Yeah, like a just going off at his tapes. Yeah, disgusting human being.
Yeah,
Just disgusting human being. Jesus.
yeah, very disgusting.
So you think he's
Um,
just out there just roaming around,
yeah, just roaming around.
being the Black Death?
Yeah.
Do you know his name?
They thought they found him multiple times, but like, they didn't.
Oh, do we know his name?
Yeah, they
Do you know
like
his name?
repeatedly. They were like, "Oh, is it this the dude?" Nope, that's not the dude.
Do we know his name?
No, we do not know his name.
Oh, we don't. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. What a movie.
yeah, it was one heck of a movie.
Did it,
There was one scene that's very gruesome. Like he stabs this girl in the neck
oh, that
with like
the two finger thing.
yeah, the two finger thing. Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah,
was like a syringe looking thing, and then just stabbed it into her neck.
and she just started puking out blood. I seen that clip actually.
Yep.
I seen that clip.
You seen that clip?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very gruesome.
I might show
Long
it.
story short,
Hmm?
if you're not squirmy or anything,
Yeah,
then you should probably watch this.
it's a,
I
it's a,
believe
it's pretty good.
it opens your eyes. Hmm?
It's pretty good. I mean, I haven't watched
Yeah,
it.
it's
I
pretty
might I
good.
might watch it, but I've seen a lot of clips of it. So
Oh, all right. Yeah, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It opens your eyes to like just like simple decisions or simple things you say could just alter your life significantly.
yeah,
Uh, so the whole theme of the story, the whole motif is beware of what you do and say.
yeah, true. Yeah, it can change.
Beware of strangers.
And be a parent too. Like, don't just let your kid go outside.
Yes,
Watch,
supervise your children. Make
lying down.
sure
Yeah,
they know the second they see a stranger pulling up that they run inside or run near you
yeah,
or at least scream your name or something.
yeah. Wow, what a movie! Should we
Yeah, it
watch it?
was it was one
Heck of a movie.
movie. It was one heck of a movie.
How'd you rate it?
I would rate it a like what type of like how enjoyable it was or what
I don't know, like just the overall. Like, would you watch it again? Would you recommend it?
would I well I am recommending it.
Yeah. Let me see the
I would probably give it like a 7.6 though.
1.6.
Yeah, 7.6. It was decent. It's just that
It's
it was
weird.
kind of how do you say this?
Weird?
Uh, yes, it was weird. I've never seen a documentary like this. So,
Yes. Yeah. It got
yeah, so it was just kind of off-putting.
it got a 6 out of 10 on IMDb.
6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Eh, I mean, I don't watch that many documentaries, but like when I do, they're usually very interesting. So like I would say this is just like a 7.6.
Okay.
It was decent.
Oh,
It was
decent.
decent.
Is it real? Like, is this real? Is this the actual thing that happened?
Yes, it is the actual thing that happened.
Wow. Hold
Just
on.
never found the dude. Thought they did, but never did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a snuff
So
film.
yeah, this that was the Poughkeepsie Tapes. Do you want to say anything about it?
No, not really. It just is it like a snuff film?
Um, kind of.
Kind of like a snuff film. Okay. Well, when I saw the clips, I was like, wow, this is a movie that actually exists. Like,
Yeah, this is a
yeah,
movie.
crazy. That's about it. I mean, do you know like anything else about it? Like conspiracies, theories?
Um, let's see. Do I have anything?
Because you know more than I
No,
do.
I do not have anything about it. It's more of just like certain scenarios that like I just think about time to time.
Yeah. And you still don't feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what do you do if he's in your home, you know?
Yeah, just get out shotgun. Just get out.
Like 9 times out of 10, you won't even notice that he's in your home, and
Yeah,
that's the thing that terrifies me.
there's just blood in the cloud. Assassin's Creed style.
Yes, Assassin's Creed. It's either that the couple, the high schoolers had no awareness to their surroundings,
Yeah.
or he was just that good. Which both of them are still kind of no, you know, it's still kind of bad.
Yeah. So overall, great movie, right?
Yeah, overall great movie.
All right. Well, I think we can end it there.
All right, this was a great podcast. This is our first pilot episode.
True. Yeah.
Thank you for watching to the end.
Yeah. And yeah, good
And
movie.
yeah, all right.
Awesome. See you once.
Yep, see you, man.